Chapter number 2 of Strange Kingdom. Prince Peter rode his white gelding over the meadow when he heard the scream of a lady. His gelding ran toward the sound against Peter's will. A tall stone wall surrounded Surf Town, and the horse galloped to the opening. A surf lady with dark hair and green eyes sat in a supine position, and a man with a crazed look in his eyes raised a club. "Get back," Peter ordered, unsheathing his saber. "Keep her, I don't want her," the man said, and Peter pulled the lady up onto his horse. They rode for a while, and she held him tight around the waist. Something about the way she felt made him giddy. He stopped at the Hanging Gardens and they talked. She was gorgeous. Even without makeup, she looked prettier than all of the aristocracies. She wore rags and her hair was unkempt, but he couldn't stop smiling when he looked at her. Her name was Eleanor. He decided to take her home to Castle Grey. He crossed the drawbridge and got strange looks from the knights. He brought the surf lady up to his tower where his girlfriend Mary was waiting. He explained to her what happened with the crazy man and asked her to find clean clothes for her to wear. Mary was not happy, but did so anyway. Lady Jane, Peter's mother, came to his tower to see what was going on and gave him a piece of her mind because the king and the advisors already thought Peter was a fool, but he was too busy strumming his harp and drinking wine to listen. The three of them came to the dining hall, and Eleanor cleaned up good. All the men couldn't keep their eyes off her, including King Leo, which irked Queen Isabella. Eleanor fit right in Dot. It was like she was always meant to be an aristocrat or a royal. She socialized with the court and was witty and funny. Mary sang a song as Peter played a lyre. Eleanor shook a tambourine and looked pretty with her sparkling green eyes and dark hair. "What the hell is your son up to?" Sir Brian asked. "No good like always," Leo replied. Princess Leah was jealous she wasn't getting enough attention and asked her father, "Can I go for a ride tomorrow on your black stallion?" "Yes, Sir Brian will be available to ride along." "I want to go by myself." "You let Peter ride by himself. He goes by himself and brings back strangers." She snapped, and King Leo got hot because his court witnessed him being yelled at. "Can we talk about this in private?" he asked. She threw her turkey leg on her plate and stormed out, telling her father how unfair he was and that she hated him. King Leo was going to chase after her, but Isabella stopped him and she went instead. Little did King Leo know, but Leia was sneaking out of the castle and blending in with the commoners and even making friends. Peter shared a secret with her only he knew. Even King Leo had no idea. There was a secret tunnel which led from the catacombs under the castle to a ravine in the old-growth forest. She lay in a hot bath, and her mother lectured her about being more respectable to her father. "He lets the boys do anything. He hates me," she said. In a sing-songy voice, Queen Isabella said, "He loves you. He adores you." She continued, "He is worried one of his many enemies may kidnap you." The thunder clapped and the lightning flashed through the windows. The dining hall heard the rain pounding, and King Leo knew this was it. The trench was already built, and he had the calluses on his palms to prove it. The ladies all climbed high up safely on their tower. The men went to the village to bring the animals up to the top of the ridge for safety and make sure the serfs were finding high ground too. Some of the peasants were sitting atop their roofs. Prince Peter was helping a farmer load hogs into a wagon when part of the levee must have broke and water gushed all around up to his knees. "It's not worth it," Peter said, and the farmer agreed. The two hogs were washed away by the flood and made a haunting, squealing sound. He heard a lady crying hysterically, and she pointed at a toddler being washed away. She looked at Peter with the most desperate look. He sprung into action and stroked toward the child who was bobbing up and down and vanished under the muddy water. Peter dove under and reached out. He felt the slender cold arm of the boy and grabbed him tighter than he held anything before. He swam to safety where there was a boardwalk, and he gave her to his mother, who was so grateful and couldn't stop thanking the prince. King Leo gave the prince a medal for bravery. The levee and the trench were a success. No one perished. Most of the animals survived. The silos holding the grain stayed dry and unharmed. Some of the homes were damaged, but it could have been worse. Everyone pulled together except the Aristocters, who did not want to get their hands dirty, only helped by lending tools. Sometimes Leo thought the serfs and the royals had more in common than the aristocracies.